And Mind Crypto here. I hope we're all having a wonderful day. And the title of the video is Buckle Up, I'm Buying More. Please remember to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and hit that like button. You'd be doing me a massive favor, remembering I'm not a financial advisor, and none of this is financial advice. And please also remember that none of the information provided in this video is ever a signal to buy or to sell. But first and foremost, we look at the crypto bubbles, and as we can see, absolute blood red in the market, absolutely terrible. But it's a really good opportunity to DCA in, which is what I'm doing. And we currently see we're down one rank to 53 with a market cap of $1.26 billion with a 24-hour volume of $21 million and currently sitting at a price of 104. Currently down 2.1% in the hour, down 6.7% in the day, down 4.9% in the week. But we move over, we see bull shark trading here for our short-term analysis. Price lost the local support and is now testing the 0.382 fib level. And selling pressure building, we could well see first a fair value gap build and the second located above the lower buy-in area. HVN around 105 to 104.9 could give us support, but ultimately looking for a price to mitigate the POC. The 4-hour time frame giving us our shorter term bias with price confirming lower high and currently printing a higher low not yet confirmed. Support can be found at $106. Buy order set, and we will let the market do its thing. Prices, in our opinion, have been overcooked across the market and was due a pullback as the market makers need to take some liquidity, which is absolutely fine. And we see this wonderful tweet from Tokenizer. He says WEF times IMF times BIS, a unified solution for CBDCs, API standard for any-to-any interoperability, exactly as SATP. WEF drops ISO 20022, and right after blockchain standards sounds like TC 307. We know what that is, and all lines up almost too well. He says here, Rosalind, June 16, WEF June 29th, IMF September 22nd, and Korea October 4th. And we can see from this infographic, interoperate with DLT and non-DLT based solutions and can be interoperable across chains, including private, permissioned, or public blockchains. We also see here compatible network protocols, and here APIs. CBDC systems should provide well-defined and standardized API that allow easy integration with legacy payment systems and other financial institutions. Now, if we look at the IMF here, CBDC as a gateway to broader financial inclusion. CBDCs should be seamlessly, we love that word, interoperable with other existing payment infrastructures and instruments used by financial service providers. Application programming interfaces, APIs, common standards. We've got protocols, messaging formats, and data structures. Now, if we look at the Bank of Korea CBDC initiative, developing prototypes for an API for retail CBDC, we see the Bank of Korea plans to create a unified ledger, where we heard that, for tokenized asset settlement in the connected outside system by issuing DC3 on the connected outside system and utilizing the asset transfer mechanism, SATP. And a noteworthy example of asset transfer mechanism is the SATP standard, which has been actively researched and developed by Internet Engineering IETF. We know about them. The standard is particularly well suited for permissioned ledgers, and we know that's what Quant does. And we've got here prototype 33 API functionalities in 6 categories. And then we've got the achieve interoperability application ledger agnostic, all sounding very, very familiar. So we move over to this from San. The message is clear. A storm is coming in the form of CBDCs that will change everything. IMF head tells public sector to buckle up for transition to digital currency. And we can see the article here. I won't go through all of it, but we'll just touch on some of it. During a digital currency event yesterday, the managing director of the International Monetary Fund, Kristalina Georgieva, called for a sense of urgency in transition to digital currency. She was talking during a joint event organized by 3 Korean financial regulators and the IMF. And as we can see here, if we look over here, the Korean CBDC, we go back. As the same event, former governor, Sweden's Riksbank, Stefan Ingers, observes that central banks and legacy banks have been too slow. If you're unable to engineer transaction efficiency, basically consumers and investors will use somebody else's money, and then you are out of it. We cannot do monetary policy anymore in the way we think about monetary policy, he said. That's why it's so important not to be asleep at the wheel. The IMF's Georgieva made similar observations. Her remark at the close of the digital currency panel were: keep an open mind, embrace opportunities, manage the risk responsibly. Time is not our friend. We have to move fast. So my last words is buckle up. And from my video yesterday, we're seeing rapid movements. During her earlier speech, she referred to crypto assets as the Wild West, saying the sector doesn't have a good reputation and is not yet out of the woods. She reiterated the IMF's concerns that crypto can be used to circumvent currency controls and tax collection. Managing Director Georgieva spoke optimistically about tokenization. That includes the advantages of using blockchain for faster, lower risk settlement, transparency, and functionality. The blockchains I just described will need to be cheap, stable, and trusted. They must ensure interoperability between assets and the contracts to trade them. They will require safe money that is also on chain. Central bank digital currencies to pay for assets, she said. Wow, this is getting very interesting, especially with the last few videos that I put out with what's going on in the UK. Moving very quickly. And we can see this tweet that I put out back in September 2023, where it says, Christina Georgieva, Managing Director, providing some crumbs. And I like throwing the dots. The technology you're going to apply, interoperability with other central bank digital currencies, is paramount. And GV is grooving. Let's have a watch of this.
You want to have central bank digital currency? What are your objectives? And then about the technology that you're going to apply. And of course, the question of interoperability with other central bank digital currencies is paramount. Otherwise, we would be in a fragmented world. In other words, how do we build tunnels that connect CBDCs in a way that makes the world of tomorrow one that allows economic integration, facilitates trade, rush slowly when you're doing something important.
There you go. I won't make you endure any more of that, but absolutely exciting. Listen to those words. The technology you're going to apply, interoperability, is paramount. But we also see this from back in September again. Indian Finance Minister Nirmala has confirmed that a global crypto framework is being developed under the India's G20 presidency. Framework is based on synthesis paper published recently by the IMF and the SSB. Quant's MLT technology is leveraged by the IMF for CBDCs, and we can see this here in this section. Quant patented multi-ledger token MLT technology is applied, and let's have a watch of this video.
The IMF and FSB synthesis paper, about which I've spoken to the media earlier, including a roadmap. On that, I just want to give my observation. This synthesis paper delves into how the policy and regulatory frameworks developed by the IMF and the FSB, alongside the other standard-setting bodies, will fit together and interact with each other. This paper is now available in the public domain for all of you all to see. The third one, which I'd like to draw your attention to, is the financial inclusion and productivity gains through digital public infrastructure.
Looking very interesting, and things moving at a rapid pace. And as we can see, things moving quickly with regards to CBDCs across the world. So there you go, guys. Just a quick update. Remember, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. You should always do your own research. Remember, please subscribe, hit that notification bell, and hit that like button if you've got this far already. All the best, and I'll catch you later.